I'd first and foremost like to thank you for the invitation to participate in this session, and I would in particular like to thank Hungary, our host, our neighbor, our partner and our friend for this opportunity. The topics which we are discussing today are one of those that go to the very heart of our democratic societies. How we can bring Europe closer to its citizens, and how do we preserve the unique cultural identities that make Europe what it is. The theme closer to the voters raises a fundamental question of legitimacy and trust in democratic institutions, a question that is not only important for the European Union, but also for all countries aspiring to join this community of values such as Serbia. At a time when challenges are increasingly complex, from security to migration, and from climate change to digital transformation, citizens rightly expect decisions to be made closer to them, to have an impact, to be heard, and to be included. In parallel, at the time of social networks, trust in democratic institutions, as well as ability to differentiate between fake news and truth, also presents a unique challenge. This is precisely why the strength of Europe lies in diversity and in the legitimacy of institutions that recognize and reflect it, in the voices of regions, local communities and cultural identities that are appreciated and respected. The European Union's own treaties call for decisions to be made as close as possible to the citizens. Strengthening regional institutions is one of the ways to bridge the gap between citizens and governments. In recent years, the pressures on democratic legitimacy, evident in increasing voter apathy and political fragmentation, have only heightened the urgency of empowering local and regional governance. Empowering regions does not weaken national unity. It strengthens it through trust, relevance and responsiveness. By bringing decision-making closer to the citizens it affects, governance can more accurately reflect their real needs. In Serbia, we have been working on one hand to devolve competences to local governments, and on the other to increase the competences of local governments through continued training and education. We have also invested heavily in digital public services to increase transparency and make citizen participation easier at every level, from municipal through provincial to national. It is through such efforts that we can build trust in democratic processes and ensure that governance remains relevant to people's everyday lives. When it comes to cultural identity is something that we are born into, and it plays a key role in our relationships, friendships and even business. Not acknowledging and respecting the way it affects the functioning of societies, economies and politics would be a mistake. While diversity can undoubtedly enrich a nation, it requires thorough management both institutionally and socially. If not properly managed, diversity can unintentionally deepen divides and complicate social cohesion. To be united is not to be identical. To embrace diversity is to embrace strength. As we all know, migration has become one of the most sensitive challenges of recent years. Inherently, it does not have to pose a threat, but cohesion can only be preserved when integration is meaningful, supported and inclusive. In Serbia, we are navigating our own diversity, whether ethnic, religious or regional, with as much as 26 national minorities living in Serbia and 6 official languages used only in the territory of the autonomous province of Vojvodina. We are working to preserve those national minorities, their cultural identities and their languages. We also recognize the importance of partnerships with our neighbors, and I would like to take this opportunity to highlight the excellent cooperation between Serbia and Hungary in regional development initiatives. Finally, I would like to reiterate that Serbia is fully committed to the European Union's values and principles. As a candidate country, we are deeply engaged in reforms that are not only necessary for our EU accession, but are also vital for the stability and progress of our own society. To put it simply, these reforms are vital for our people. From preserving minority languages in Vojvodina to active participation in Interreg cross-border projects funded under the €8 billion programme for regional cohesion, including with our neighbour Hungary, we are living proof that European values can thrive even beyond the Union's formal borders. Serbia has also been investing in twinning partnerships with EU municipalities and managing IPA pre-accession funds to align rural development with EU regional policies. When we talk about our European path, we need to bear in mind that clusters for us are not just administrative categories, that they are our roadmap to European Union. Cluster 3 on competitiveness and inclusive growth is not just about economy, but about how to build a society worth staying in. Competitiveness is not just about faster economic flows, it is about creating a knowledge-based society. And in line with the European Commission's repeated positive assessments, we expect to open this cluster in the near future, and I would like to use this opportunity to ask you for your help and support. Cluster 4 on the green agenda and sustainable connectivity is not just about energy, but a vision of sustainable development. Green agenda is not merely about environmental policy. It is a moral choice about the world we leave to future generations. And in Cluster 1, we are not building foundations on paper, but on institutional integrity. Educating our youth in democratic values and cultural awareness is key to sustaining both identity and unity in the generations to come. The future of Europe must only be shaped in decision-making, not only in decision-making centres such as Brussels or Strasbourg, but also in places where European values are lived in everyday lives of our citizens. Serbia aspires to enter the European Union not as a country that is desperate for support, but as a confident partner, ready to contribute to its shared future. On behalf of the National Assembly of the Republic of Serbia, I reaffirm our readiness to build this future together. Thank you.